Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I am jumping on here today to talk a little bit about slow and steady wins the race. A lot of us have heard or read the turtle and the hare story where the turtle just kind of plods along really slowly and the hare is jumping all over the place. Or maybe you've seen the cartoon and the turtle wins the race because the turtle continues just to move forward like one step at a time and the hare is going all over the place. And I really love that story from the standpoint of business ownership because in business, we can get sidetracked pretty quickly. Say another shiny thing comes up and we go that direction, or we don't focus on, what we need to get done right now. We focus on something else that's not, maybe it's not revenue generating and we need to generate revenue. So prioritizing, becomes a critical piece so we can continue to move forward in our business. But I've really been reinforced by this because most recently I've been doing some cleaning out of my house. So I have a decent sized house and it had stuff from my grandmother and other, relatives. And I've been really trying to go through things. And at first it was just overwhelming. So I just left everything as it was, right? So, but most recently, each week I tackle one thing. So it might be a closet. It might be a chest of drawers. It might be, I've gone through my own closets and gotten rid of clothes I don't wear anymore. I've gone through where I do makeup and girly things. I've gone through all that because sometimes I just like throw things in drawers and I rearranged and reorganized. Most recently, I am cleaning out a room downstairs because I want to turn it into a reading room. And it's got a ton of books in it already, but I want to turn it into kind of a reading room, maybe meditation room. Eventually, still got a long ways to go because I'm going to need to paint it and do some other work in the room, but it's getting started. And this week I spent a couple of hours, probably a little more than a couple of hours, doing some work on it. And it feels great because each week I get something accomplished. So instead of like waiting and like, okay, I have to have like a whole weekend to do something, which has been sometimes my thought process, I just do like one small task each week that takes maybe 2 or 3 hours. So, and I've been doing that for maybe the last, 2-3 months. So it's been great because like yesterday I took a ton of stuff to Goodwill to donate. So I had a whole car full of stuff. Like my whole back of my SUV was full. Then I had like an old vacuum cleaner in the back seat. So on my way home from my office, I dropped all that off at Goodwill. So that was great. So getting rid of stuff, simplifying. I still have plenty of stuff, trust me. But I wanted to go over from a business standpoint that slow and steady wins the race because a lot of times we get overwhelmed by, oh my God, we got to do this. Instead of, hey, as long as we make progress each week or even something each day, spend like 30 minutes a day, we can continue to move forward one step at a time. And that slow and steady pace does a few things for us. It helps reduce stress. And that's probably the biggest thing I can say is you don't worry about things because you're making progress. And you also feel great about yourself because you see that progress, even if it's not completed yet. Number 2, it improves your focus and quality because a lot of times if we want to block off like a day or two to do something, I'm talking about like the whole day or two, we get tired, we get bored, we get distracted in the middle of it, and we end up not doing the best job. So if we do it slow and steady and maybe spend a couple hours instead of 8 hours on something, we can improve our quality and our focus. Number 3, it enhances learning and adaptation. And what I mean by this is sometimes when you do something, you need to actually learn from it as well. And so sometimes doing it a little bit more slowly can help you with that. And then you can adapt based on what you're learning. Number 4, build resilience. And really, resilience is something I've talked about in other webinars or other live streams of mine, because resilience is really how, what you build over time. So that way, you can do things, right? And when you hit that stressful situation in your life or your business, you're like, you know what? I got this. I've figured it out. I know I can do it. I just need to do this, this, and this. And if I spend a little bit of time each day, I can get that done. Number 5, it prevents burnout. And this is probably one of the biggest things, because a lot of times in business, I shouldn't say we're all over the place. That's not what I want to say, but we are focused on many things at once. So we have clients to focus on. I have my own company stuff I need to focus on. I might have my accounting stuff I need to focus on to get to my accountant, who's probably going to be hounding me soon for that type of thing. So it helps me prevent burnout from the standpoint that I don't need, if I'm doing a little bit each day, guess what? I'm going to get it all done because I'm doing a little bit each day. It promotes well-being just because, there's a sense of accomplishment. Like when I get something done each day, and I'll use my house example where I'm, have a goal each week to work on in my house to kind of clear things out and go through things that maybe I haven't used in a long time and get rid of some stuff. It really helps me personally because it gives me that sense of accomplishment. It gives me that sense of like, hey, I got some stuff done. Even though it may be like one closet in my house or one room in my house, but I still got stuff done. And finally, it ensures consistent progress. So when I'm that slow and steady, I know I'm going to get it done. I may not get it done in a day. So like right now, I'm working on building out some slides for this new webinar program that I'm coming out with this quarter. And I know and the slide deck is long, so it's probably like 60, 70, 80 slides. And I need to go through it and kind of edit all this stuff. So I know I don't want to do that all at once, right? Like I have zero desire to do that all at once. That seems overwhelming to me. That seems ridiculous. So if I break that down into maybe 10 or 15 slides each day and do it Monday through Friday, well, guess what? I'm going to finish it within the week, right? Or maybe 6 days. So that consistent progress is really what we need to get done and move forward each and every day and each and every week. So again, when you feel that overwhelm coming on as a business owner, really think about how can I have that slow and steady progress? How can I figure out what I need to get done? And also take those small steps each and every day or every couple of days, whatever works for you in your schedule, because that's going to be just as effective, if not more effective, than trying to block off like a huge block of time to get the same thing done. That's my tip for today. I hope it was helpful to someone. As I said, it's been reinforced in my mind recently because I've been doing this stuff around my house and doing just small things, one task each week. And I see a huge difference in doing that, which is great. So take my advice for what it's worth and try it in your life, try it in your business, and really focus just one thing to get done like each day. Slow and steady wins the race. Think of the turtle and the hare story. Look it up if you haven't read it. And I hope that was helpful. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.